This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now Jones. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
2nd and 10. To throw again. Jones. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Throwing to start the drive. Carr. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Troy Pride. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Oh, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Off the play fake, Jones. Open, and he's got him. It's Toney for a Giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This to Jacobs on the toss right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he was a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Wouldn't surprise.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there for the Raiders. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Carr completes it, breaks a tackle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Carr. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Here's Jacobs. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll run with Jacobs. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Josh Jacobs, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. So they give up the completion there. But defensively, Charles, you're going up against a quarterback here who's had some moments, but really a lot of ups and downs in the early part of his career. What's the plan against a guy like this?
Well, you want to rattle him first and foremost. Bring some people at him, a couple extra guys in the pocket, see if he can handle it. The second thing, you want to make him think. Show him one look, go to another, disguise a few things, make him throw into what you call your defensive traps, and try and make some good plays on the ball and get a few takeaways.
Nifty running by Barkley there on 1st down. He scoots forward for 7 yards, sets him up nicely, 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
These two teams all tied after 1.
7-7.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Jones on 1st and 10. He dumps it off to Barkley. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll go down at the 28.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Back to throw. Jones. And that'll be caught by Tony. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters.
This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10.
14, Giants 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And the Raiders have got him. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
Now Jones on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
On play action, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Oh, he fakes a spike.
The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merrick.
And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Carr.
Lets this go for Renfro downfield.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Hunter Renfro,
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
and the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Giants 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off play action. Jones eluding the pressure right. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Jones now on first down. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Gano's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and we'll still get the first down. They love being physical.
He'll look downfield for Waller. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun.
And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The 71 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off at the 19. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Jones throwing for it.
Flush to his right. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
8 yards to go on second down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 82 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On play action, now Carr. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Jones. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Jones. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. On the run, it's Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 2nd down. Jones to Barkley on the check down. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter. Meanwhile, Carr's throw taken in by Adams. 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Throwing now is Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And, partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Carr now on 1st down. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Here's 2nd and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Jacobs. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 3rd down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. Carr's throw taken in by Edwards. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
2nd down and goal. Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Carr. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The kick by Carlson is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Barkley on 1st down, running into a wall as he's stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
At the 39-yard line.
Jones. Open man is Ross, complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go to Barkley again. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
Gano now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Giants 28.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Carr. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing his Carr. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Now Jones. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Here's Jones. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Jones throw caught by Tony. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's in! Are you kidding me?
How do you give that
One
up?
of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the pain.